welcome back to Romeo Must Die from 2000. You've seen movies like Exit Wounds and Cradle to the Grave. It's very similar in the way it looks and the action sequences. Same director too. So the intro is by DMX, yeah, you gotta love the 2000s. And directed by Andrzej Bartkowiak. And now in this nightclub we see Poe Singh here having fun, and the bouncer here comes to tell him Amazing Race, warning him he shouldn't be here and pays for his bill. Here comes these guys, and Kai especially here, played by Russell Wong, and the bouncer gets mouthy. We now meet the club owner, Silk, played by DMX himself, giving a speech on people killing people. He comes back in Exit Wounds and Cradle to the Grave. So Kai puts his gun down first and walks out to tell Poe why was he at a rival gang's club, since Kai works for Poe's dad, a mob boss, and leaves. And here comes Colin, played by D.B. Woodside, headed somewhere. And the next morning, the paperboy delivering the newspapers and sees this. So Poe Singh has been killed, and we now see the informant running up to the Singh mansion to tell Kai that Poe Singh is dead. Now tells the mob boss himself, Chu Singh, played by Henry O. You've seen him in Rush Hour 3, and he tries not to cry that his son, Poe Singh, is dead. It's all fake. And now at the rival gang's mansion, as we see Isaac O'Day, played by Delroy Lindo, and his right-hand man, Mac, played by Isaiah Washington, who will also come back in Exit Wounds. And Isaac is asked to come to the phone, and now he learns Poe Singh is dead, and Mac will organize a meeting between both gangs. And now in Hong Kong, in prison, as all the prisoners are being unloaded, now this prisoner whispers to the hero of this movie, Han Sing, played by Jet Li, Poe Singh's brother, and now being dragged to a maximum secure cell and tied upside down, wakes back up to hurt more guards, and grabs the keys and goes outside dressed as a SWAT team member, and the prison guard sees the SWAT team guys are dead, and gets involved talking with the guard here, and now alarm has been turned on. Now Isaac O'Day is here to meet up Chu Sing, and even gets some flowers, and Isaac tells him he will get to the bottom of Poe Singh's death. Guess he doesn't like flowers. And Isaac tells Mac to make sure his son and daughter are well kept. Speaking of his daughter, we now meet Trish O'Day, played by Aaliyah, who died just like Buddy Holly did, at the exact same age. And now she's got to go, and we see Maurice here, played by Anthony Anderson, knowing her.
What's your name again? Some start with an M.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Funny. It's Maurice.
Who'll also come back in Exit Wounds. Yeah, he works for Isaac O'Day. And Max sent him to watch her and wants her to get into the car, and a China airline airplane landing into Los Angeles, and at this barbershop watching NFL news, as this guy's getting a shave done. Now the delivery guy is here to deliver a package. And Han Sing grabbing some gear and sees the cab and the driver is off duty. And back to the video store.
Oh, shit, this my shit right here. Oh, yeah, I got some for you.
Yeah, you gotta miss the 2000s, man. And these stores were awesome. And Trish has got to run. And she's made it inside this cab, and Han is a driver and wants to get away from Maurice as he starts driving like he's still in Hong Kong. Akbar. And she asks about if he can do kung fu and drops her off here, and he gives her back her $50. And she rejects him. And at the golf course, and we see Vincent Roth of the NFL, played by Eduardo Ballerini, talking about some land deal. And Trish is back at the store, and she's known her brother is here, which is the same guy we saw before. Colin speaking to Isaac that Poe Singh called to Colin the same night. And Trish is here telling Colin to never do a business call in her office, and tells her he was talking to their dad and he's got to go. And Han Sing has made it here to his apartment and breaks in, probably belongs to his brother, and looking at pictures on the wall as he has memories of him and Poe as kids, and calls up the last number Poe dialed, and that is Sempertine Fire, the video store Trish works at. And Mac is here at the Chinese restaurant to meet up with Trish and tells her to listen to Isaac.
Understand.
Next scene at the docks, Isaac is talking to Colin about the phone call he got from Poe earlier, so he just went to Silk's club instead. Now Isaac tells Colin that they'll be out of this gangster mess real soon. And here comes Mac with a newspaper headline of the barbershop that was blown up before. And Han has made it to Serpentine Fire and spots Trish and tells a cab driver to follow her, and has made it inside her apartment and now shows her the number the last time Poe called. And it is Serpentine Fire's number. And Trish thinks Colin is the one calling up from Serpentine Fire. And here comes Maurice again, and Han has got a plan.
Akbar, I
By the
think
way, my name is Han.
well,
Dancing good. You call again. Dancing now, 10.
Hey.
And Maurice knows Han isn't the delivery food driver since there's no takeout, and now he fights his way out and steals a car. And again, very similar sequence like exit wounds and cradle to the grave. And next scene, Chu Sing is there having a meeting about having loyalty with Isaac O'Day's gang. And now for Po Sing's funeral, and Kai notices Han is back. Han dropping the burst basketball with Po's dead body and goes sees Chu, his dad, and knows Han escaped from prison. And Han has a revenge plot on his mind, and Chu is worried. So Han sees Kai and wants to know what Po was doing at Silk's club. And at the park as Han meets with Trish again as she gets treats for the kids, and Mac sees the two together. And here comes Mac.
Yeah, well, assalamu alaikum, Akbar.
Yo, ain't that the guy?
Hell yeah.
Maurice is there too, and the others recognize Han as the delivery driver from earlier. And Mac says they're a man short for football, so Han joins in. And you can tell this is revenge from last time. And Han now shows off his moves to align with what they're doing to him. And he shows them. And gives her his address if Colin calls back. And Colin's at his apartment, telling his girlfriend that Isaac should be respecting his manhood. And now the doorbell rings. Way too soon. And now the police have located Colin's body, and Isaac doesn't look fine about it. And Trish is here to look at Colin's body and blames Isaac for it. And he knows the Singh gang must have killed Colin. And Han is back at Po's apartment to see it's all trash, and luckily the car keys are still here, and goes to the car and tries on the sunglasses and sees the stick used to beat up the bouncer at Silk's, and finds a list of addresses inside it and back up and sees Trish is there. And now she tells her childhood story of her and Colin, and she needs his help, and she needs Han's help, and back with Vincent Roth talking about an NFL deal, and Trish figuring out that these are all waterfront property addresses. Now I've made it to the first address on the list and sees Chu Sing's guys have been killed, and now bikers are here firing at the two and they escape. And Han tries to get rid of the bikers by playing their game. And one of the bikers is a girl, and he's excited.
You're Chinese.
No shit.
But he can't hit girls, so he uses Trish as a shield, and there she goes. The next scene, Han is back with his dad Chu Sing to tell him Victor Cho has been dead from the first address he visited. Whoever that is. And Chu blames Isaac O'Day for this, but it's not him, but someone else doing this. But suspects Kai, but can't be him, and to watch out for Trish O'Day. With crabs being unloaded, we see Mac again, and he wants a dock area, but the guy isn't selling it. And takes his gun out and makes the guy grab the deed to the dock from his office. And Kai and the guys are here to meet up with some other guys, and asks about Victor Ho. And back at Chu Sing's restaurant, he's got two guys tied him at the meat locker. And Vincent Ross speaking with Chu Sing to get those deeds and those very addresses from the list Han found. And Isaac is back to wake up Trish and tells her to come with him. And she needs to stay away from Han and questions him if he killed Po Sing and says no. And back at home.
These nuts in your mouth. I said, put the nuts in your mouth.
And Isaac wants to know where Mac is, and he brings her to her old room and talks about old times and wants her to stay with him till this Po Sing matter is out of the way. And Mac is back to tell Isaac Vincent Roth is on the phone and will have his check ready. And Han Sing is back to see Trish and hides behind the door, and Isaac keeps coming back in. And here comes Maurice again with pizza and sees she's gone. And one address from the list hasn't been crossed out yet, and it's Silk's private casino, and have made it into the place and head straight to the dance floor as the two dance while listening to her own song that she sang. And in Silk's office, he sees Isaac O'Day's daughter, Trish, is here, and he wants to talk to her. So he tells her Isaac has been grabbing specific real estate listings here. And here comes back Mac, since Silk doesn't want to sell his private casino. And Mac hits Trish and kills Silk while knocking out Han Sing. And wakes up to see Maurice is in front of him, and he thinks he's going to run away with Trish.
Here's the deal, meatball. You let me go. I let you live.
Ha, meatball. Claps it back with his joke at Han, and he fights back, and he tries to escape from Maurice and Mac's guys. And has made it out the window and wants to know where Trish is taken in, pulls out Maurice and escapes. And Vincent all happy with the deal with Chu and gives him a check, and Isaac has made it too and gets his check as well. But Isaac gives it back to Vincent since he wants to become one of the partners for the NFL, and tells Mac he's going to the owner's box. And brings out Trish because Mac wants that check Isaac refused, and he made an agreement with Chu and had Colin Po killed. And Isaac, getting shot, tries to choke Mac, and Vince escapes with his guys. And have this exit wounds like scene here as Mac escapes, going after Vincent Roth with the deeds for the properties of the very addresses. And Vincent Roth drops a briefcase full of those deeds to those very addresses, and Han is back, and Mac says this line.
Sorry, Romeo, but you gotta die.
So Trish shoots Mac off the roof, and the two run back down to check on Isaac, and Isaac finally meets Han. So he goes to find Kai now, and knows him and Mac have teamed up with Chew and had to kill Poe. I guess he got in the way. And now a fight between both of them, and Han gets his hand burnt by the barbecue fire here and kicks Kai's spine and is dead. And now Han goes to see his dad, Chu Sing, who had his own son killed because of the deal with Roth. And Han lets his own dad kill himself. So Chu shoots himself, and Romeo finally meets with Juliet. And that is Romeo Must Die from 2000. Again, similar to Exit Wounds and Cradle to the Grave. Nice movie. Again, you can't beat the 2000s. That's it for me. Take care. See you soon and watch away. I'll see you in the next episode. Check this movie out. You'll like it.